NNELS, or the National Network for Equitable Library Service, is a digital public repository of books in accessible formats, specifically for readers with print disabilities. NNELS supports existing library services by providing access to printed publications that are unavailable in accessible formats. Patrons with print disabilities can request books that do not yet exist in accessible formats, and our job is to find existing copies or produce them. We can provide this content and allow users with print disabilities to request titles under a copyright exemption provided by the Canadian Copyright Act, Section 32. According to the Copyright Act, print disabilities are a subset of disabilities that make it difficult or impossible to read print. These include visual, comprehension, and mobility disabilities. We'll expand more on this definition in the next slide. NNELS is funded and supported by the provincial governments of British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, Northwest Territories, Nunavut, Yukon, and the Canadian federal government. So let's talk about what is a print disability. A print disability is a learning, physical, or visual disability that prevents a person from reading conventional print books. From the Copyright Act, print disability is defined as a disability that prevents or inhibits a person from reading a literary, musical, artistic, or dramatic work in its original format and includes such a disability resulting from a severe or total impairment of sight or the inability to focus or move one's eyes, the inability to hold or manipulate a book, or an impairment relating to comprehension. It's important to consider that print disabilities can be permanent or temporary. For example, if one of your patrons breaks an arm and they are unable to hold a book for the duration of their healing, they have a temporary print disability. Print disabilities can be visible or invisible. For example, a person with a learning disability. And print disabilities can be developed by anyone at any time in their life through medical reasons, an accident, aging, and more. We recommend talking with your patrons to determine if they self-identify as having a print disability. You or they can contact us at support@nels.ca for more information if they are unsure. So who is eligible for NNELS? A large portion of the Canadian population has a print disability. In the 2023 Statistics Canada survey, 5.2 million Canadians, or roughly 12.5% of the population, indicated that they had difficulty with print material. 77.4% had difficulty seeing words in print. 25% had difficulty holding or turning pages of print material, and 42.2% had difficulty reading or understanding words in print. So there is a large portion of your community that does have a print disability that are eligible for NNELS services.